Imagine landing in a new country. Your luggage is gone. Your mobility aid is damaged. Your medication is missing. And nobody at the airport understands what you actually need. For most people, this situation is stressful. For a disabled traveler like me, that can turn into a full-blown crisis. So today I am showing you the 10 things I always keep in my hand luggage. Not just for convenience, but for independence, for safety, and for peace of mind. And trust me, some of these things you probably never thought of, and maybe they are a little bit crazy. So hi and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I talk about traveling, theme parks, disability, and how to make the world a bit more accessible without sugarcoating the reality. Today's video is all about hand luggage essentials, but not your typical bring a neck pillow and snack list. This is the real lived experienced version. Because when you travel with a disability, your carry-on isn't just convenience. It's your backup plan, essentially. Your safety net, and sometimes even your survival kit. Also, quick note, I am not including obvious things like bring your passport, your keys, your money, credit cards, or all of those well-known essentials. Everything here is specifically what I pack because I need it for my disability and why I'm packing it. So let's get into it. Let's start with something that might seem obvious, but the way I pack it matters. I always carry foldable crutches in my hand luggage. Even if I check in normal crutches or if you need to check in mobility aids, you should never ever fully rely on airlines. I learned it the hard way. Things get lost, things get damaged, and when something like that happens, you don't just manage, you are stuck without your mobility aid. Foldable crutches are amazing because they take up less space. They are even fitting inside of my lounge fly. They are lightweighted and they give me immediate mobility independence. I don't need them for daily use, but if I need to stand for longer periods of time, they come in very handy. I've learned it the hard way. If it's essential for your movement, it stays with you. Part number 2 is one of the absolutely non-negotiable ones. As you see, I have my portable crutches and I need special medications. So always keep your medications on you. Never ever check them in. And to make your life easier, always have a doctor's note for everything. And yes, I mean everything. Why I need specific shoes? Because, they are looking really suspicious when you're going through security. Why do I need to carry certain medications? The attest, the doctor's note is explaining it. Why do I take foldable crutches with me? Doctor's note for this as well. Because airport security doesn't know your life. These documents save you from awkward intuitions and confiscated medications or being forced to explain your conditions in a stressful situation. And also a pro tip for me, because I am clumsy as hell, keep both with you. Printed and digital copies, because you never know what is happening to your printed out ones. You spill your water bottle about it, you lose it or stuff like that, so always have an extra security layer with a digital copy on your phone. My number 3 is my toothbrush. This might sound a little bit basic, but it's definitely not. Travel delays, long-haul flights, unexpected overnight stays, all of this can happen while you are traveling. When you are dealing with fatigue or pain, feeling gross just makes everything worse. A toothbrush is one of those tiny things that helps you reset, makes you feel human again, and gives you a little bit of control in a chaotic situation. Number 4, take a towel with you. Okay, this one is one of the surprising ones. And I'm not taking the towel with me because I am a fan of Hitchhiker's Guide Through the Galaxy. But to be honest, this novel and this movies started this little spleen of mine. And it was handy so many times. This is the reason I always pick a towel and pack it with me. Why? Because spills happen a lot. Whether it's a drink, medication-related accidents, or just general unpredictability because you are surrounded by humans. Having a towel means you can clean up quickly. You don't rely on airplane napkins. And you avoid sitting in discomfort for hours. And the plus thing, you can always use it as a pillow. It's one of those things you don't think you need until you really need it. Number 5 is bandages that actually work for me. Here is something people don't talk enough about. Not all medical supplies are created equal. I am allergic to the glue in standard bandages. So I always need to bring my own ones because airport shops won't have the right kind. The same for the most of the first aid responders. Hotels definitely won't have them. And reactions can make things worse quickly. So I am reacting so bad to normal bandages, it's looking like a dragon just roasted my back. Blisters everywhere, and I needed to recover for, I think, 2 weeks after trying out a new kinesiotape one. I will always go for the one I know that is working for me, and the same is going with band-aids. This is about knowing your body and preparing for it. Number 6 is my water bottle. As you know, most of the time I'm trying to catch the plane from Hamburg going business to the airport where I'm going for my long haul flight. And I can fill up this bottle with normal delicious drinks for free in the lounge and don't need to pay airport prices and have something to drink before the first round of service is coming around. Staying hydrated is important for everyone, but for many disabled people like me, it's critical. Whether it's medication side effects, fatigue, and circulation issues. Dehydration can hit harder and faster. I always carry a reusable bottle so I can refill it after security or, as I said, in the lounge, stay hydrated on long-haul flights, and avoid relying on inconsistent service at the airplane. Number 7 is bring your hand sanitizer with you. This one became, I think, more normal after the pandemic. But honestly, it was for me always an essential. When you travel, you touch everything and it's gross. You can't always access things easily because when you want to eat something, you should always clean your hands first. And illness can hit harder depending on your medical condition. Hand sanitizer is a small thing that reduces a big risk because no one wants to start the holiday being sick. Number 8, spare shoes. This is another one people don't expect. I always pack a second pair of shoes in my hand luggage. Not the shoes you see here, I will always wear these shoes, and maybe you can see why it's a pain in the ass to take those through security, because I needed them that my foot can make a normal walking state, because everything is damaged. And yeah, I have a normal summer version of those shoes as well. They are normal hiking shoes without ankle high. So those are in my suitcases, because your main shoes might get wet. They get confiscated by security, or they might cause pain after long use, or in my case, as I experienced the last time, my foot got swollen so bad I needed to take them off, and a more comfy shoe would be a nice way to wear on the plane. But the next time I just wear compression socks. Or they might be in a checked luggage and disappear if you put your really expensive shoes there, because with all the building that was going on in these shoes, they cost my insurance over 3,000 euros. And I don't want them to get damaged or loose. Having backup shoes can literally determine whether I can move comfortable or maybe not at all. Number 9. 2 sets of clothes. Yes, 2. Not 1, 2. Because here is the reality. Luggage gets lost. Flights get delayed. And sometimes you are stuck somewhere out in nowhere overnight. So I pack enough for at least 2 nights. That includes comfy clothing, something easy to change into, and clothes that work with my disability. This is about removing stress from unpredictable situations. Number 10, my Switch 2. Okay, this one might seem like just entertainment, but it's more than that. I always bring my Nintendo Switch 2 because travel involves a lot of waiting. Airports, delays, long flights, and when you're in pain or discomfort, distraction isn't luxury, it's a coping mechanism. It helps me stay calm and not yell at someone, pass time, and reduce stress. Mental comfort matters just as much as physical comfort. So those are the 10 things I always keep in my hand luggage as a disabled traveler. Some are obvious, some are a bit weird and unexpected, but every single one has a purpose for me. And most of them come from experience and not theory. If there was one takeaway from this video, it is pack for your reality, not for what travel should look like, because accessibility isn't guaranteed, but preparation gives you some kind of control. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments. Did I miss something? What's something you always pack that others might not think of? And if you want more real, honest travel content like this, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Have a wonderful day and goodbye.